The Genesis Project offers victims and survivors of sex trafficking the ability to look forward in their journey and their lives to have hope.
The Genesis Project is a new beginning for them. That's why I chose that name.
I've worked on several undercover operations with law enforcement. It is terrible to see what these guys are doing to these women. Everything from physical abuse to mental abuse.
And once someone is in the life, it's a cycle it's very hard to break out of.
Survivors often have barriers to education and employment, and they need a lot of support and linkages to really help find things that are going to help them, such as getting back to school, finding stable housing, finding mental health treatment, and things that are going to help them really move forward.
When you hear some of the stuff that I've heard, when you see what they've gone through, I can't imagine anything on this planet aside from God's love can heal that girl.
The Genesis Project, they are very, very much Christ-centered. Whatever ministry they're involved with, Jesus is in the center of it. And I wouldn't be involved with it unless he was.
I love when girls come to us expecting to receive those basic services and then seeing the look on their face when they're sitting on our couch receiving the love of Jesus, the look on their face when they realize somebody actually loves me.
Sometimes that's the only support like that they've ever experienced in their lives, where things are low and there's someone who cares about them enough to step into whatever that low space is.
I was amazed that there were still people out there that actually cared about you and genuinely wanted to help you, and it wasn't for them or their benefit, it was because that's what God's put in their heart to do. I was in jail, and I was probably the lowest point of my life ever. Another person there told me about GP, and then I met Beth, and that's when I realized that it was real, that there was really people out there who really did care and want to help you.
Immediately from the first night, I felt completely comfortable. I had a safe place to sleep for the first time. I can honestly say that here in Genesis Project, God is here. I feel his presence every time I come here.
I used to come inside the center and just cry every time, because it's like coming home for me. It's where my life started. It's where I was able to pick up the pieces and, make sense of everything again. And it's truly where that brokenness and the surrender happened for me.
We had one woman come to us just physically completely broken down. She was fleeing from a gorilla pimp, which is the most violent. We had found out that she was severely beat about a week ago. So we got her to an emergency room where she had found out that if she wouldn't have gotten there, even a day later, she would have died from a spinal infection. It's just been incredible to see us being kind of put in the backseat and God using us in this organization to just bring about life transformation with these girls.
I think if you talk to them, they'll talk about the Genesis Project, but they'll talk about God more than they will us, because that's what changed them. It's God's love through us working this out that's going to heal them ultimately and touch their lives to where they can fulfill the dreams and visions and goals that they have in their own, and the ones that God has for them too.
I was lying in a proverbial coffin, just waiting to die. All the pain, shame, sin had engulfed me like a hungry lion. I had no more will to fight. On June 27, 2017, the Lord appeared to me, a glowing light amidst the darkness. "Get up, my child," a sweet voice whispered. I have a plan to prosper you, plans for a hope and a future." I was not a victim, but a survivor. I had survived my life. The abuse, the neglect, the exploitation, not on my own, but by the Lord my God, who had loved me, cared and protected me, and kept me safe. I was his lost sheep, who he had left the 99 for, his beloved, who once was lost but now found. He loved me when I could not love myself. He saw every pain-filled tear and collected them. For this daughter of mine was dead and is alive again. She was lost and is now found. So they began to celebrate.
Wow.
We need our churches to come around us and say, we know that this is a problem. We believe that the Lord has called us to look after the orphan and the widow. We're going to come alongside the Genesis Project, whether it's financially or through prayer or volunteers, and say, we've got you, we're behind you, let's tackle this problem together.
The church needs to get out of their homes, out of the church, and out where the problems are and shed the light. We've got to be the light of the world if we're going to change the world.
When I came to GP, I had no hope. I didn't know where I was gonna go. I had no resources, no money. GP gave me hope, gave me a family, and I know that I will no longer be alone. Not only will God be with me, but so will everyone here at GP.